Hi and welcome to Dave Barlow Guitar, and in this video I'm going to show you the Amp1 live rig setup, and yeah, I'm going to show you some live sounds. So let's crack on with this. Obviously you know the story. The story is basically I use a Blackstar Series 1 BL34 model, 100 watts, and it's massive. Great sounding amp, but it's massive, and I'm going to lug that to gigs, you know, every weekend is a nightmare with a cab and stuff like that. It's just, you know, just too much gear. And anyway, the amp's so big, and I only used it on 10% anyway. So, cut a long story short, I tried out the Amp1 and I really got on with it. I really love the Amp1. I love what it does, and it's so small and compact. It's amazing. So so now I just use a high watt 2x12 cab. The Amp1, the foot switch that goes with the Amp1, a couple of effects, and a guitar. That's it. That's all I have to take to gigs, unless I'm taking the PA and everything else I have to take sometimes. Anyway, so I'm going to show you. This rig, and I'm going to show you what it sounds like live. So let's crack on. So I'm going to grab the camera and show you the setup. Let's do that now. This is it. This is a rig. So basically, what happens is I got a guitar, then I got this, and I got a cab. That's it. The amp's just here. Control the amp with this. So anyway, I'll take you through the signal path. Basically, I come from a guitar into my trusty Smoothhound wireless, which is probably one of the best wirelesses on the marketplace for, you know, in its kind of price range anyway. In fact, I think it beats a lot of them double the price range, but that's another story. That's another video. Anyway, so go from that, go into the tuner. And then from the tuner goes into the phaser, and then from the phaser to the wah-wah pedal, which is a crybaby, the switchless one, and then from there it goes straight into the Amp1, the front end of the Amp1. And then in the effects loop of the Amp1, I've got the chorus pedal and the delay pedal. Pretty simple setup, really. The thing that you realise straight away is that there's no cables running out of this back to the back of the stage or to your amplifier. None of that problem. Everything is on the board. Everything's on the board. The only lead that comes from the board would be the speaker lead, which goes to the cab, and a power lead. That's it. That's all there is. That's it. So it is really simple. The way I can control the BluGuitar, as you know, if you watch my last video, you'll know that it's got clean, vintage, classic, and a modern channel. Now, if you don't use a MIDI control foot switch or the BluGuitar Remote 1 foot switch, you can't access everything on here. But if you do use one of these, you can access a lot more than just by using this on its own. So this is, you know, definitely worthwhile, you know, to get this or something like this. Anyway, this controls. I got clean, and then I got clean with some boost, and I've got vintage and vintage with some boost. I got classic, and then a classic lead solo. I'll explain that in a second. Then I got classic with boost and lead solo. I can't remember what I done with that button. I think that might just be a duplicate of my lead boost. I don't use that because it's so near the this pedal. I keep knocking this pedal when I push that button. So yeah, work in progress, that one. So basically, what I mean by the volume, because if you have this Remote 1, you can actually control the overall volume of the channel that you're on with this. So so when you go into this mode here, I'm not going to explain how it all works, but basically you click this and you can actually change the volume of that individual channel, or that selector, or that bank, or that preset, whatever you want to call it. So basically I can have total control over all the volumes of everything on this rig, which makes it unbelievably versatile. You've got to use it to understand it. But basically, the end of the day is that when it comes to clean, if I got a clean sound, and so, you know, sometimes you got this clean sound, you think, oh, I just need to punch out that a little bit more, and you can't run to the back of your amp, but I can just hit this button, it just gives me a little bit of a boost, just to give me a little bit more, you know. It's the same with the vintage. If I'm playing like a Rolling Stones song or something like that, I'll be on the vintage channel, and if I've got a solo, I just hit that button, which is basically the vintage, but with a little bit of boost and a little bit of volume boost as well. Same with the classic. With the classic, usually if I'm in classic, I'm doing classic rock stuff, so when I hit the solo, I hit this button here, and that's got boost and a volume increase as well. So not only do you get boost, which people think boost, it doesn't increase the volume. Boost just gives you a little bit more grunt. but by hitting this button and setting the volume with this, I can actually give myself a lot more volume on that, so I can always kick out. Them solos will always kick out. You'll always hear every note. Sometimes, unfortunately, the bum ones too. But anyway, and basically, I've done different varying levels of levels on these buttons as well. Some are louder than others, just so I don't have to go and fiddle with the volumes, because different places I need less volume in the solo. Different bands, in some bands I don't use such a big volume boost because there's only one guitar in a band. Two guitar in a band, I need more volume boost. Anyway, so basically that allows me to do all that stuff with just a couple of pedals, which makes my life really flipping easy. Again, nothing's controlling these. When I want that, I just push it. When I want that, I just push it. When I want that, I just push it with my foot. I mean, it's very simple setup. That's it. The thing is, the proof's in the pudding. What does it sound like in a classic rock band? Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you later.